said, you've been dogging me for years before I met you. And I found out after the fact, because see, me, the kind of woman I am, had I had known you had been dogging me for years, I never would have moved the way I moved to make some shit happen. But I didn't know that till after the fact. Was it intentional? Maybe. Some little shicey? Maybe. But everything done in the dark always comes to the light, and baby girl, it came to the light. So, you too old too. You too old. Go find somebody else to play with. Go find somebody else to play with. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all, ain't no way these the elders that the Bible speak on, it just ain't no way. It's just no way.
They say betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it walks into your life smiling, calling you friend, and sitting at your table like it belongs there. And for Melody Shari, that truth didn't just hurt, it shattered everything she thought she had finally rebuilt. Because just when she believed the chaos was behind her, just when she thought the storm had passed, another one was already forming right in front of her eyes.
Like Debbie and my mom.
That's what I was leading to.
Go ahead.
When you and I first started kicking it, did you know your mom's feelings about me?
My mother is someone that I just cannot control. My mama did not like my husband when she first met him. A lot of my friends, her own sister, my mom has this way of being hard up on anybody initially until she feels like they've done something worthy enough to break her wall down. And one thing I've never been able to do is change her mind.
But did you know her opinion of me before you and I met?
I knew her opinion of you from television.
Okay.
But my mama didn't know you. So outside of TV, she shouldn't have had no opinion. I can't stop her from saying what she has to say, but my thing about it, I don't always have to agree with her.
I believe that I don't feel like you.
But this time, it wasn't obvious. This time, it was quiet, hidden behind laughs, shared moments, and what looked like harmless connections. And what nobody expected was that the people involved were the last ones she ever thought would cross that line. Because what started as friendship slowly turned into whispers, and those whispers eventually became a truth too loud to ignore, a truth involving Martell and Stormi, a truth Melody never saw coming. From the outside, Melody's life looked like a story of strength. After everything she had already been through with Martell,
my age range, so she's not someone necessarily that I would hang out with, if I could be honest. So for her to have such strong opinions about me, which I later find out, and we're not gonna spoil too much, but later found out came even before she ever met me, that's weird to me. And I pray that I never am in a position to where I'm ever bashing or having such strong negative opinions about people my children's age.
Many people believed she had finally found her peace. She wasn't just surviving anymore, she was rebuilding. She poured herself into her children, making sure they felt love even when the foundation of their family had changed. She focused on her business, her growth, her healing, and most importantly, she protected her energy. Because if there was one thing Melody learned the hard way, it was that not everyone deserves access to your life. Still, she didn't let pain turn her cold. She opened her heart again.
Playing mind games, that's just what he does. Like him showing up here today with these flowers, this smile on his face like Prince Charming, when we all know that he's responsible for all of the stuff happening on social media pertaining to me. That could change people's opinions about me by him giving these false narratives. He's responsible for that.
Not romantically, but in friendships. She allowed new people into her space, into her circle, people who seemed genuine, people who appeared to understand her journey. And Stormi was one of those people. Stormi came into Melody's life at a time when trust didn't come easy, but she presented herself as someone solid, someone supportive, someone who wasn't there to compete, but to connect. They laughed together, they shared moments, they built what looked like a real bond, and for a while, Melody believed it. At the same time, Martell was trying to reshape how the world saw him. After their very public breakup, he knew his image had taken a hit, so he leaned into redemption. Apologies, promises, talks about growth.
So how has the transition into co-parenting been, and where are you guys now, right now?
Oh, it's been super tough, and it still is super tough. And it's not because of me. I'm in a very good place. I'll be honest. I'm in a very good place. I surround myself with a lot of positive energy. I have no ill will, hard feelings about anything. I don't wake up every day thinking, how can I make this person's life miserable? I don't even think about other people. I think about my goals, what I'm trying to accomplish, and my kids. So I'm in that kind of a place. So it's like, okay, if you need X, Y, and Z, okay, sure, whatever, not a problem. Like, things don't even bother or faze me. However, it has been difficult, I think, because he's so hurt by now seeing that it's really over and done. And he still says,
he said the right things. He showed up in the right places. And to the outside world, it looked like he was trying to become a better man. But here's the twist. Sometimes growth isn't real. Sometimes it's just better acting. And behind all of that effort to look changed, something else was quietly unfolding. At first, it didn't look like anything serious, just small moments. Stormi being around more often than expected, Martell popping up in conversations that didn't seem to involve him, subtle interactions that most people would overlook, and Melody almost did too. Because after everything she had already been through with Martell, the last thing she wanted to do was assume the worst again. She wanted peace, she wanted calm, she wanted to believe that this chapter of her life was different. But something didn't feel right. It was a feeling she couldn't explain, a quiet voice in her mind that kept telling her to pay attention, and the more she tried to ignore it, the louder it became. It started with little things that didn't add up. Stormi would mention details about conversations Melody only had with Martell. Moments that were supposed to be private somehow didn't feel private anymore. Then came the looks, those quick glances between Stormi and Martell that lasted just a second too long. The kind of looks that said something without saying anything at all. At first, Melody brushed it off. She told herself she was overthinking. But then came the coincidences, both of them being in the same place at the same time without any clear reason. The same events, the same cities, the same timing. Too many coincidences to ignore. And that's when the doubt turned into suspicion. But even then, Melody didn't react. She didn't confront, she didn't accuse. Because she needed more than a feeling. She needed truth. And what nobody expected was how that truth would finally reveal itself. It was a regular night, nothing dramatic, nothing out of the ordinary. Melody was at home, trying to unwind, scrolling through her phone like any other day. And then a message came through, unexpected, from someone she hadn't spoken to in a while. At first, she almost ignored it, but something told her not to. The message was simple. Short, because she needed more than a feeling. She needed truth. And what nobody expected was how that truth would finally reveal itself. It was a regular night, nothing dramatic, nothing out of the ordinary. Melody was at home, trying to unwind, scrolling through her phone like any other day. And then a message came through, unexpected, from someone she hadn't spoken to in a while. At first, she almost ignored it, but something told her not to. The message was simple, short, but heavy. Hey, I think you need to see this. Attached was a screenshot. Melody's heart dropped before she even opened it, because deep down, she already knew. And when she finally looked, everything changed. The messages were clear, too clear. There was no misunderstanding, no confusion, no way to explain it away. Late-night conversations, private jokes, plans that had nothing to do with friendship or business. And the tone, the familiarity, the comfort between them, it wasn't new. it wasn't random. It had been building right in front of her, behind her back. A man she once loved and the woman she trusted connected in a way she never imagined. In that moment, everything slowed down. Her chest tightened, her mind raced, and for a second, she couldn't even breathe. Because this wasn't just betrayal. This was history repeating itself. And somehow, it hurt even more this time, because she had allowed herself to trust again. The next day, Melody didn't explode. She didn't go online. She didn't call anyone out. Instead, she stayed quiet. But inside, she was breaking. Because pain like that doesn't show immediately. It settles in. It sits with you, and it forces you to face a truth you never wanted to accept. But Melody knew one thing. She needed answers. So she started with Martell. When she confronted him, his reaction was exactly what she expected and feared. At first, he laughed it off, tried to downplay it, said it wasn't what it looked like, that it was just conversation, nothing serious. But Melody had seen this before. The same excuses, the same tone, the same deflection. And this time, she wasn't falling for it. She laid everything out, every detail, every message, every piece of proof. And slowly, his confidence faded. His voice changed. His energy shifted. Until finally, he said something that said it all. It just happened. That sentence hit harder than anything else, because nothing just happens. Choices happen, decisions happen, betrayal happens. And in that moment, Melody realized something painful. He hadn't changed. He had just gotten better at hiding it. But here's where it gets deeper. Because confronting Stormi was a different kind of pain. This wasn't someone she had history with. This wasn't someone she expected to hurt her. This was someone she let in, someone she trusted. And when Melody finally faced her, the reaction was almost scripted. Confusion, denial, tears, claims of misunderstanding. But Melody wasn't looking for performance. She was looking for truth, and she already had it. So she didn't yell. She didn't argue. She simply said something that ended everything. I trusted you when I didn't trust anyone, and you knew that. And just like that, it was over. Not with chaos, not with drama, but with clarity. And sometimes that hurts the most, because there's nothing left to question. The fallout didn't take long. What started as whispers quickly turned into conversations, and those conversations turned into headlines. People began to notice things they had missed before. Old clips, old moments, old interactions. Suddenly, everything looked different. What once seemed harmless now felt obvious, and the reactions came fast. Shock, disappointment, anger, because nobody expected this. But at the same time, some people said they saw it coming. Melody, however, didn't focus on any of that. She focused on herself, because she had learned something important. Not every betrayal deserves your reaction. Some deserve your silence and your distance. When she finally spoke, it wasn't out of anger, it was out of truth. She talked about how betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from the people you defend, the people you protect, the people you believe in. She didn't scream, she didn't attack. She simply told her story, and people listened because it was real, it was raw, and it was something many could relate to. The emotional impact was heavy. There were days she struggled to get out of bed, days she questioned everything, her choices, her trust, even her worth. Because when betrayal happens more than once, it starts to feel personal. But then she realized something powerful. It was never about her. It was about them, their choices, their character, their lack of respect. And once she understood that, everything changed. She stopped blaming herself, she stopped questioning her value, and she started focusing on her healing. Again, but this time differently. This time, she wasn't rebuilding from scratch, she was rebuilding from strength. She poured her energy into her work, her children, her purpose, and slowly she found her peace again. Not the kind of peace that depends on people, but the kind that comes from within. As for Martell and Stormi, the damage was done. No matter what they said, no matter how they tried to explain it, the truth was already out. And sometimes that's enough, because reputation takes years to build and seconds to break. But Melody, she didn't break. She evolved. She became more aware, more guarded, but also more powerful, because she understood something most people learn too late. Not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Not everyone who supports you genuinely. And not every loss is actually a loss. Sometimes it's protection. Looking back now, Melody sees everything differently. She doesn't regret trusting.
She doesn't regret loving, because those things reflect who she is, not who they are. But she does understand the lesson, and that lesson changed everything, because now she moves differently. She listens to her intuition, she pays attention to energy, and she doesn't ignore red flags, no matter how small they seem. In the end, this wasn't just about a secret romance. It was about loyalty, trust, and the painful reality that not everyone values those things the same way you do. But here's the truth nobody can ignore. They thought they were hiding something. They thought it would stay in the dark. But the truth always finds its way out. And when it does, it reveals everything. Not just the betrayal, but the strength of the person who survived it. Because Melody didn't just survive this, she rose from it, again, stronger, wiser, and untouchable in a way she had never been before. Because when someone tries to break a woman who has already rebuilt herself once, they don't destroy her. They remind her exactly who she is. So now the question is, if you were in Melody's position, would you have handled it the same way? Or would you have walked away the moment you felt something was off? Let me know what you think. And remember, some betrayals don't come to break you, they come to wake you up.